Okay, welcome back to the Swansea View. It's just 4 points from 21 under Luke Williams. So we've got to talk about what is going wrong and our Swansea slipping towards the edge of League One. We're joined again by James and Richard. Good evening, fellas. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, Mark. Thanks. Okay.
Um,
Good, thank you.
we are going to chat about how whether Swansea have forgotten how to win, whether the old debate whether Liam Cullen is good enough for this league, and we're going to look and compare the home fixtures of Swansea and all those teams around them to see which has got the easier run in as we head towards the end of the season. First of all, then let's talk about the Ipswich game, if that's okay. James, what was your view of it?
More the same, really. We simply cannot do the basics in defence. Every time their players were going wide, we weren't going out to meet them. They put two balls in, they scored two goals from it. We clawed a scrappy one back. I'd say in the second half, we were the better side when we made a couple of changes. We brought Patino on, we brought Kuharovic on, who we must have found him under the stairs because he hasn't played at all this season. There was a few signs of life there, but again, we're just plagued with the similar issues. Slow in trying to win the ball back and really basic errors in defence.
Richard, it's the same old, isn't it? You've matched Ipswich for parts of those games, but it's just those marginal errors that keep coming into the game.
It's not just the errors, it's the fact that now it's 5 games out of 7, Luke Williams, we've gone behind in the first 20 minutes. And it's unacceptable. You go behind against a good team. You can't think you're going to come back out of it. They're set up well. They defended well, Ipswich, all afternoon. And I was really disappointed with the fact after several games where you just learn your lessons, concentration, basic errors they're making in defence, and it's not good enough at the moment. What they're doing in training, they've got to be learning these things. I know it's a young team, but it's as as a fan and as a journalist, whatever, you're writing the same thing week by week, so you think, yeah, something's got to change. Saturday's performance was okay, in all fairness, apart from those basic errors. I think we've progressed as a team. I think they look a lot fitter at stages, and we caused Ipswich problems at times. Maybe not creating the pivotal chances which will get you back into the game. And James mentioned about Kukurevic. Personally, I don't think he's up to it. But Jerry Yates got a goal, do world of good. But yeah, it was disappointing afternoon, to be honest, because I think we could have done better. We could have got something out of that game.
Yeah, his dream job is turning a bit of a nightmare for him. But is it fair to just take the 7 games into context? Because of the 7 games, you've played 4 of them against the top teams, and if you look at the other 3 games against the non-promotion contenders, it's 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss. So if you look at it from that perspective, actually, he hasn't done too bad of a job. Is that a more fairer perspective on the 7 games that you've had so far, James?
I think it is, but also I think I agree with Richard there that some of the mistakes that we have been made are unforgivable. It's just rinse and repeat. We see the same things all the time. People switching off. As soon as we scored against Ipswich, you could see that the team just switched off, and you knew it was coming. This habit of conceding early on, and it almost seems that the mentality is quite fragile there at the moment. So there's without sounding too cliche, there's ways to lose games, and the way that we've done it, we've almost chucked it in the first 20 minutes against some of the higher quality opposition. Don't get me wrong, they're a million miles away from where we are, but other teams who perhaps have got lesser quality than us, I've given them a game this season, so I don't see why we can't seem to do it.
Okay. Liam Cullen, Richard, is someone we've spoken about recently. Fans calling for him to start, and obviously got the winner at Hull. Is he good enough for this level?
Yeah, Cole's he's a good striker. He's a good finisher. Classic fox in the box. You take chances. It is one of those ones where we naturally haven't had that kind of striker as our 9 over the years. Personally, I'm a Jerry Yates fan. Not a lot of people are, but I do back him, and I did get his goal on the weekend. He's going to take time, but I feel with those chances coming in, like you say, we've had a tough run against the harder teams. this is his chance now, really. I think in the next month now to show people that he can put the ball in the back of the net, because he's going to get a lot of chances if he gets his run in the team. The manager believes in him, and we spent a bit of money on him, and I think he's your man. Back to Cullen though, yeah, there's a place in there for him in the side, but I think he's very effective off the bench as well. But out wide, where he has played a majority of his time, he's a little bit wasted, and we've got the new wingers in there now.
Okay. All right, let's have a look at this then. This is the four teams really that are hanging around that drop zone that want to kind of get away. If we look at just the home games that you've got left as a team, obviously your trip to Sunderland this weekend, and then if you look at your fixtures compared to others, Blackburn, of course, the big one, Cardiff, QPR, Stoke, Rotherham, and Millwall. To me, on paper, there are 6 winnable games there. I mean, you might not even need to win all 6. So do you look at that and think, actually, we're going to be all right?
We won like 5 games all season, so it's it's not just the recent run that's been a problem, but obviously you win next couple of games or something, now you move away. You don't get points. All of a sudden, Cardiff have been losing a lot of games. We got a relegation 6-pointer then to come up, which is no giver at all. We lost away convincingly, and then you come down to picking up points away, and you come into these hard trips to London, which in the past we've struggled with. And I never like going to Millwall. Never like playing Millwall, I'm afraid. And Rotherham, hopefully they'll be down by then, but. Yeah, it's context. It's week by week in this league. Just got to keep picking up as many points as you can.
James?
I think, yeah, it's a tough one because, like Richard said, we've hardly won all season. We've been absolutely abysmal at home as well. But when you look at like Millwall, who are dropping like a stone at the moment, Rotherham, we're looking like they're going to finish rock bottom anyway. Cardiff at home, I'm feeling quite optimistic about. I think we've got the right man in charge who's really going to sort of fire these players up and try and get them up for this. I think that's going to be key. Blackburn, I'm a little bit worried about with John Eustace. He's quite a pragmatic manager. I think he might cause a few problems. But the main one there for me is QPR. QPR are picking up points all the time. Now that is an absolutely must win at home, that one is. But I think if you look at those run-ins, I think we've got the kind of one out of it.
Absolutely.
Fixtures going on there, Mark, isn't it? It's 6 pointers every week.
It is. You've got 6 cup finals, and you probably need to win 3 of them, because if you can't take Rotherham out of it, like you say, Millwall and Cardiff are on a rotten run, but yourselves just need to keep picking up points. Do you think you'll pick up anything at Sunderland this weekend?
Yeah, I think we'll get a point. I do feel. I think today's sacking didn't help matters, but because both sides are going to be in for it, they're going to be up for the game completely. But I do think we'll get something. Point. If we get 3 points, that'll be brilliant. But point will take.
Yeah, seem to have a habit of sacking managers, James, just before you get to play them. Yeah.
They just love to spoil it first, and they literally done the same with Rooney. They're doing it here with Beale now. I was hoping just give it until Sunday, let the discourse play there. That'll play nicely into our hands. But I can see us getting something up there. I think there'll be goals. I said with their new manager. Well, it's Mike Dodds who was there previously, but I think there'll be goals. They'll be looking to make a bounce back in that game as well. I think it's going to be 3. I think 3-2 Swansea win.
Okay, bro. All right, enjoy your trip to Sunderland then, both of you. We'll catch you next week. We've got six fantastic home games to look forward to, and we'll all be 100% behind you. If you're a Swansea fan, haven't yet subscribed, please do so. These two are here every single week, running the rod over everything that happens in South Wales, and they'll be delighted for your support, as it's going to be a very bumpy and interesting 3 months. Thanks for coming along with us, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers. All the best.
Thank you.